Hello! This is the one episode rule, and it's been a spell since we did one of these. I think we didn't record last week due to circumstances. I'm Magpie. This is Joe. Did I say the thing about it being about first impressions? I usually do that.
I think you did.
I think you
did.
No, hang on.
You know what? I think if people are watching to this point, they probably understand what our deal is.
Maybe.
Unless this is your
We
first
should
episode,
say
in
it.
which case, welcome.
Welcome.
You know what, listener? Go back and check if I did, and then tell me later. Anyway,
Send us an email.
Send us an email.
we got some. We were just joking around pre-recording. We're in a pretty good mood. This ought to be a pretty good episode. But we do have some business to talk about. Well, if you do want to tell me about whether or not I said the thing, you can reach us at oneepisodecast@gmail.com. Joey, what's that?
That's oneepisodecast@gmail.com, and that's one, the word, not the number.
I like how we get all professional when we say that. Like,
The email is the only sacred component of the show.
it's what we think professional sounds like, but really it's just sort of how you'd like do an answering machine message.
That's true.
Believe it or not, I'm not home. Please leave a message.
No. We do have something to talk about that.
Are we not going to introduce ourselves first?
Business first, then introductions.
Okay.
Yeah. No, well, that doesn't make very much sense if we're gonna have
Hang on.
discussion about this. This is gonna get a little strange. I mean,
Y'all
most
having
people
y'all
ought to
having
know
fun
who we
holding
are.
on at home? Y'all staying strapped into the machine?
We're gonna have an argument about procedure here.
I thought it was you say your piece.
Introduce
I say
yourselves.
mine.
I command this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Blackle. I'm currently suffering from food poisoning. And this weekend I watched all of Evangelion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
muzzle.
You watch that elevator scene?
I did. I actually skipped forward a little bit because I had zero patience.
No, you gotta take the searing intensity of all like 3 minutes of the elevators.
I've seen it before already, so it's not like I'm missing anything here.
I'm Joey. I think I'm the only one among us who hasn't seen Evangelion at all. Like 0% of it. So
Oh, we gotta watch
Someday.
that.
It's
Someday.
pronounced Evangelion.
Uh-huh.
Evangelion.
Oh man. Emma, save us.
And hello, I am Emma, and if you would like to get in on the ground floor of my exclusive line of Gamer Girl tap water, you can email us at oneepisodecast@gmail.
So is that water that immediately came out of the tap?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you
No
didn't
physical
bathe.
contact.
You didn't bathe in it or anything. You just took it
No,
out of the jar.
but I'm a gamer girl, and I put it in the bottle for you.
I'm signing up. Send me some.
I've heard differing reports about the toxicity level of that gamer broth.
Well, I've heard that those were all fake, so
I don't
Well,
know.
don't
Rest
believe anything that I've read at all.
How do you
Rest
verify?
assured, my Gamer Girl tap water will give you some kind of disease. It is authentic West Virginia tap water.
Disease added to every bottle. A different disease for each bottle.
It's got
Okay,
good
but
old
the
fashioned
disease
canal
comes
chemicals
from
right
West
in it.
Virginia, not
Yeah.
from you.
That's true. If you drink it, you get black lung.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, yeah. You know what? We'll branch out. I'll pour some pseudo intellectual water out of my taps. And, you can get it mailed to your house and take it out and light it on fire from all the fucking natural gas that's in it. Anyway,
God.
Delicious.
I'll sell you guys some furry trash bags.
Ooh.
It's just they're empty trash bags.
But they have
But I
fur on
picked
them.
Train.
Oh god.
So weeb juice.
Oh man.
weeb juice is great.
Weeb juice is
Delicious.
rough.
Weeb juice
Very
is great.
good.
I want to go to a con and start a lemonade stand and just call it
Just
weeb.
call it weeb juice.
The thought of that is hurting my
Man.
guts more than the food poisoning.
Made from
Ooh.
fresh squeezed weebs.
And then
Oh
just like,
no.
and somebody stops and they're just like, "What do you mean about that?" And I just stand up and they run away.
Oh
Don't ask me that. I'm huge.
They just see my gnarled hands coming for them.
Bruised and beaten, but still so powerful.
But
Wow.
anyway,
We have to get to the business.
I am
part.
greatly diminished by this podcast. Each day, my power wanes further. We should get to business though, because
Okay.
we sort of neglected to talk about this around Emma, just so we could get a live reaction. Emma, did you know that the company that owns Rabbit doesn't fucking exist anymore?
Where'd it go? What do you mean?
It went in
Bro.
the wastebasket of history because they apparently mismanaged the fuck out of it.
Why is it still up?
That's
Well-
the mystery.
That's the thing. It's the way it was explained to me. Granted, it was through a Reddit post, but the way it was explained to me is that everybody left and nobody pulled the plug on anything.
So it's just still running somewhere.
So it's just gonna go until something breaks, and then nobody's gonna be around to fix it.
Whoa.
It's like if somebody started up a nuclear powered submarine and just said go west, and it just kept going.
It just
Are
keeps-
you telling me that Rabbit is like Centralia, Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
The fires are just gonna keep
You
burning?
can't say that.
the fire just
You
keeps
hit the nail on
burning
the head.
until the surface collapses into the holes.
So,
Wow. But the
for
holes
how
are
long
anime
have you liked
girls.
The holes are anime girls. Listen, listeners, if I'm just going to float this by you because my co-host didn't really pay it any mind. If you would like to help me buy the rights to the Rabbit source code, then you can just hit me up in our email.
What
If any of you out there can hack into the Rabbit server so we can maintain it into perpetuum, sure.
I think that's really the next step for our podcast is we have to own Rabbit.
Yeah, that's true. We have to. We're not going to reach success by gaining listeners and the hearts and minds of fans. That's the chumps way.
We need a
Right.
platform.
What we need to do is we need to purchase some new IP.
Rabbit, sponsored by Tower.
Toesies.
Can we say the oer instead, or the or? Because I don't think we can call ourselves Tower.
Well, then we can call ourselves
right.
Tower. We just can't use it as a tag on Tumblr
Tower.
Yeah, that's true. That's taken already.
because it's a nightmare.
It's already been. Now, hang on a second. I was making sort of kind of a joke, but I'm now going to look up tagged Tower on Tumblr. Can you just hold, please, for just a moment?
All right. Well, while Emma's doing that, I think Joey had something that they wanted us to watch. Joey, what you got?
We're gonna watch my thing.
Yeah,
I thought we were watching the Emma torture device.
I've ruined my mind, and I cannot be held responsible for the decisions I make.
So,
Okay.
are we? So is that?
We're gonna do the thing that I picked instead. Because
Okay.
Oh.
I literally
So we're just-
forgot in the sentence that I was saying.
This is a very-
pulling up my stuff. I was like getting ready.
Very chaotic.
This is a very
You were getting-
anti-Emma
what were you-
episode, I think.
Sorry, Emma.
Wait, you were getting ready? What were you doing?
No, as in I was pulling up
What?
the page.
Joey was
for
loading
the
their
name
gun.
of the- Yes, I was getting ready to die.
Joey was hand shaking their hands and
Irregularly.
taking
Alright.
us to Fish Realm. So I was kind of expecting this to be a foot fetish tag, by the way, but it's really just a lot of graffiti and music.
Really?
Really? Because
Which
that's
is-
not what I found whenever I went.
Well, now I've done tagged Tower. How about if I search Tower?
There you go.
Hold,
There
please.
you go. One thing I wanted to also mention about the whole rabbit situation was that as Magpie suggested that their Twitter is sort of the history of this. The last tweet that they posted was May 14th. And before that, they posted pretty regularly. So it's possible that May 14th or somewhere around that time was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, when the
And-
troubles arose.
When the troubles arose, which sort of implies that we are having intermittent issues that might make Rabbit a little less great. We're sorry. We'll get it working to get it
The
fixed.
site
That
that I
banner-
read said 5 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes.
So that banner,
The,
wait, isn't
article
that like how long we've been doing this podcast?
Yeah, roughly. Since sometime in May is when we started doing this, I think.
Yeah.
So this
There's-
intermittent issues thing has been around since we started the podcast, and we've been using a zombie service.
We've never used Never used the real version.
There's so many toes in this tag gang.
Always the corpse version. So
It's a tower.
I'm gonna announce which one we're gonna do. I'm gonna do it.
All right, hit us.
I'm gonna do it in a particular manner because I want a very specific kind of reaction.
Spank me with this, Mags.
So
Don't.
what we're gonna watch is Sword Art.
No, we aren't.
I've seen
Online.
all of Sword Art online.
Alternative : Gun Gale Online.
I've seen all of Gun Gale online.
Have you seen all of Gun Gale Online?
Yes, this was in the list. I put that in there.
Gun. I'm gone. I've quit the podcast.
All right.
Where's the I swear to God, I put this in the Excel spreadsheet of all the animes we've watched.
Now,
I think I remember seeing Sword Art online, but
I thought you were
too
talking.
much.
I thought you were talking about like the mainline series.
You
Whatever.
have just said Sword Art Online most seasons, and I assumed that just meant. So I don't know any. I've seen the first episode of Sword Art Online, and I thought everybody was too ugly, so I stopped watching it.
You see, now I gotta choose again, and it's gonna get gory. It's gonna get bad because
Okay.
it's not the first choice. So I'm gonna pick. What am I gonna pick? I got my big list of things in front of me.
This is
We're gonna watch. We're gonna watch something. We're gonna watch Kaiji Ultimate Survivor is what we're gonna watch.
Okay, I've not seen that one.
I'm deeply afraid.
You should. Yeah,
that's
what you get for having seen anime.
I hope that this is just kind of a whole series on the voice actor Kaiji Tang getting stuck on an island.
Okay. So
right.
yeah, that's what we're gonna watch, and
sure.
You guys ready to go watch it?
Yeah,
all right.
Let's do it.
Let's dive right in and sauce it up. And by sauce, I mean blood, because it sounds like it's gonna be bloody, like you said, gory earlier. Oh, interesting. Now I am very intrigued.
Well, we're back. That show is dope in its own way, but I want to hear what you guys have to think about it. Like, my first note, it just says Kaiji face. So
I was gonna say the triangle head, big
My
nose,
first-
triangle head.
My first note says he is so fucked up looking.
I love it. I noticed there's like a logic to it too, because there's later on in the episode there's a few shots from further away of people, and what I noticed is the closer you get to someone, the like sharper they are.
Yeah, they're very
Fucked up.
pointy.
Because like
you
further
can see
away, further away, Kaiji looks like a normal anime character, but if you get close, he looks like he's made out of knives.
People say that about me too.
Every individual tooth when he opens his mouth.
Don't say that.
Every individual tooth.
Don't.
One thing that struck me immediately about Kaiji's character design was that they looked like a knockoff character from the Gorillas.
Yeah, a little bit. He looks a little bit like Murdoch.
Yeah, that's what I took away.
It's just really fucked up to watch because the character designs are so like just like obnoxiously ugly, but it's also lovingly animated that after a while I didn't even notice it.
Right.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Get used to
And
it.
then just every couple of minutes I would have this like overwhelming like dread of just like, oh my god!
It's like, wait a minute!
them.
I just realized what I'm watching again.
Oh
like,
my god!
It's so fucking stylish and aggressive that
It's really visually interesting. I'll put it that way.
his hair is so bad. Like
That's how my mom describes me.
Sure.
Do you know when this anime was made? Like, is this oldish?
This anime was made.
I just made it.
I just made it. I can look up on Wikipedia. It's not. The anime is not very old. The story is quite old.
Okay. Because I was definitely getting a little bit of the oldish anime
Maybe this is
vibes from it.
early
let's
2000s.
see. Okay, so
Can I guess?
The manga? Oh yeah, sure.
It's 2011.
Let's see. Well, fuck, where's the anime?
The anime just appeared one day.
Okay, well, the manga started in 1996, and it's a follow-up to. This is why I asked y'all about fucking Mahjong earlier. The same author did a long-ass comic about Mahjong that starts in the fucking 50s.
Whoa.
My goodness.
This anime's original run was from October 2nd, 2007 to April 1st, 2008.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
way
it's like
newer than I expected.
12 years old or
actually.
something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm not too surprised.
And there was a live-action
If
film.
it was going to be off. If it was before, I was not gonna like. If it came out in like 2016, I would have like shit my pants.
Oh,
Gotta see that live action film, please.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
See what horrible things they did to the actors. But
Yeah,
Gotta
don't
see
like
what
that
they did to him.
concept.
Oh, they didn't
We
do it. They
continued.
didn't do anything.
they didn't make them well weird looking.
They didn't make it. Look at this. They didn't do anything to these people.
That's so
Wait, there actually is a
lazy.
live action version of
Oh
this?
yeah, there's two.
Really?
There's two.
The
Sounds
second
like
one
it
is just
didn't-
called Kaiji. No, wait. Oh my God. There's Kaiji. There's Kaiji 2. There's Kaiji
What
Final
the
Game,
fuck?
Wow, they look
which
really
is
normal.
not, which hasn't come out yet. That's scheduled for
And then
January 10th, 2020.
there's two Kaiji, two Ito,
They
and
look like human
Interesting.
beings. What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
Does somebody want to?
mean-
Black will read the blurb so people know what the fuck we're
Okay.
talking about.
why is Michael
3 years.
Douglas in this?
3 years after moving to Tokyo, Ayutu Kaji is a bum wasting his life away on cheap liquor and cheap gambles. His dull world is turned upside down when he's paid a visit by a man named Endu, a loan shark, coming to collect on a loan Kaji once co-signed as a favor to a friend. He learns his friend defaulted on the 3 million yen loan, and the responsibility now falls on Kaji. Broken desperate, Kaji's one way of hope is a unique proposition from the shady loan shark.
Holy shit, that's Michael Douglas.
Oh my
It's Michael
god, that
Douglas.
is!
It's just
I
Michael
thought
Douglas.
you were saying. I thought that was like a weird because the guy in the bottom right corner of the Kaiji final game with like the 5 actors. I thought that was just like they like vaguely look like Michael Douglas. So I
No,
was like,
no,
oh,
there's
that's
like an
a
actual
weird thing.
adaptation of this that has Michael Douglas in it.
I didn't. God, can we ask him about that somehow? Can anybody?
Find
anybody?
his email.
Don't
Michael Douglas
I'll
at
just
gmail.com.
call up my uncle Michael Douglas.
I need to know. Somebody put out feelers.
Find him
Because-
on
Dude,
Twitter or
I'll-
something.
Yeah,
You'll ask him and he'll just be like, "I fucking love Kaiji Ultimate Survivor.
It's my favorite anime.
It's my favorite Japanese comic." Or
God.
It's my
Yeah.
favorite Japanimation.
Somebody's gonna beat ass, by the way, over the way that we pronounce Japanese things in this show, and it might be me.
really?
Just want to go ahead and throw that out.
Which
Anyway.
which one
It's-
offended you? So
Ito is now you did say Ayatu, which is pretty rough.
Did I?
Yeah.
you
I
did
mean,
say-
I stumbled over that one, but I stumbled over the whole
That's
thing.
okay.
So
And Endu is Endo, but that's okay.
Enu is closer.
Endu's
Endow.
closer. Oh,
Endo.
the OU is like a weird transliteration thing, but it's supposed to be like a long O sound, like O.
Endo's
now
a
let
great
me
name.
throw this out there. I
Yeah.
keep misspelling Kaiji as Kaiju.
Yeah,
Um,
that's it.
So that's
He
where
is-
I am with
that's-
my
He is
Japanese
kind of
knowledge.
a kaiju in that he is a big ugly monster that ruined my life.
It's really just a really tall, sharp-faced being.
Just a sharp
Oh,
faced
man.
boy.
Okay, we got to talk more about the
That
actual
beautiful
show.
visage.
Yeah, I was
Visage.
gonna
Alright.
say like
One thing
Um,
also
the characters.
just
Wasn't too
about
bad.
the
Plot.
just about the character design. One more thing was that one thing I find interesting is that they are a very angular look, but they are also very smooth.
Yeah. They're like all smooth panes.
yeah, they're faceted.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say.
No way, I
Very.
just figured it out. These are the faces that go with the bodies from JoJo Part 3. Huh? Yeah.
Gee whiz.
No. I won't engage in this.
Got those big tire shoulders. What the hell was that? No, we can't go off on this because I'm gonna
Talk
just
about
yell.
JoJo's.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
yell about their
JoJo's
shoulders
for 5 hours.
for
Okay.
a solid 10 minutes.
Let's put that back in the JoJo drawer and continue talking about Kaiji.
Let's just go ahead and put the tiger on the table here, folks. The ugliest anime in the world is a rock paper scissors gambling anime.
I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed when that was the reveal.
I will peek.
Well-
I've peeked behind the curtain a little for you. I will remark that that's not the only thing they do in this show.
Okay, well, see, because you said something about mahjong earlier, and I was waiting for they brought out the thing, and I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like a mahjong thing, great.
No,
And then something happened.
there's some really weird shit that goes on later. I'm not gonna go into specifics, but there may be like a card game where you have like a power drill strapped to the side of your head, and you bet in millimeters towards your eardrum. So
Magpie, have you seen this show already?
I have not. I've just I've heard about it in the wind, and I've seen pictures that upset me greatly. So
Because I was convinced. I was like so convinced that this is just gonna be like a battle royale type deal where they get on the boat and they're like, here's your lethal guns to like kill each other with.
I was like,
I was
okay,
convinced.
they're
Well,
gonna
you're
be
gonna
like,
you're
in
gonna
the
fuck up your
envelope
boat
is the
that way.
person you have to kill, right? Like,
Yeah.
Sure.
oh,
and then it was
that's a
just
good
gonna
story.
be a-
That'd be like Spy Party. That's fucking rad.
like,
I was
like a
imagining
cool
guns
boat
that
battle
like
royale.
yeah, I was imagining guns that like kill people, but they'd like maybe like microwave guns that like kill everyone in their path, but like take a really long time to charge, or like something wild like that where like it won't destroy the boat, but like it'll destroy the people on the boat.
But no, we get Death Jonkin.
We do
Yeah,
get
I was
Death
really
Jonkin.
fucking disappointed to be
I like
honest
how
by this reveal.
I like how this group of like international financiers have promised to either pay off your debt or send you to an illegal indentured servitude colony
Yeah,
right?
in slavery world or something. I don't know,
yeah.
like where they
That's
intend
so-
to send them.
They
Where
send
you
you to
shovel
Jurassic
dirt.
Park.
Oh man, can this show just be part of the Jurassic Park universe? And
I
that's our
think it
little
is.
head
I think
canon?
I was reading that it is.
Yeah,
You have to work on Azkaban.
the next arc. The next arc is they play CeeLo in front of a cage with a live velociraptor in it,
Mhm.
and whoever wins the hand doesn't has their door shut a little more.
Oh man. The other thing I noticed was that like if this show is just gonna be on a boat for 4 hours, it's definitely not gonna be a whole season of just that.
Right. How many episodes does this show have?
This runs
Far
for
too many.
26 episodes, so they
That's too
Yeah,
many
that's not
episodes
gonna-
to have.
like
Boat max
Wow.
3 episodes, I bet you.
I'm putting my foot down.
I
It
don't
doesn't need to be that
understand-
many
I,
episodes.
that's
There's
what I'm
some-
saying. I don't
there's
understand
some-
how this can have the substance to run for that long.
How does he not just make enough money to pay them off?
He
Because
makes
he's
$0.
stupid. I have it written down that he is he is stupid and he is a bastard
He's
because
a
of
dumb,
because what it does to that fucking car for no reason.
he's a
Yeah.
stupid dumb
What else?
bastard. You're right.
Yeah, he collects
we
the
also-
fucking emblems off of Mitsubishi's or whatever.
Yeah,
Can we
in my mind when that whole episode, that whole thing was happening in my head, I was just like, he's fucking the car, isn't he? Because it fades away after he like puts the knife in. You just hear like weird like metal noises. And I was like, he's fucking that car. And then the rest of the time, like he's
No.
like, the guy comes to his door, and in my head, it's like he's saying, "Did you fuck my car?" And the guy's like, "No, I need to find I need to hide the emblems because then they'll know I fucked his car."
Excuse
I
me,
can guarantee you're literally the only person who's watched that show that's thought that. Literally.
Excuse me, Kaiji. I listen. Just changed the oil in my car, and the pregnancy test came up positive. So I need you to tell me what's going on.
Where's that fucking tarot card with the lovers, but it's just 2 trucks on top of
But
each
it's
other?
just 2 trucks having sex. Joey, what were you gonna say earlier?
I was gonna say, can we like,
Can we steer away from this cliff that Black Hole led us
I
to?
just- yeah, that too. Can we determine like how much this, like, amount that he like is in debt converts to?
Sorry, was
it's
it
like,
three? It was at
just divide by
3,850,000 or something like that.
like
Yeah, it's-
3.8 million, but
So
that's
that-
Divide by
that's
10
like
and then you get dollars.
$38,000, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
Wait, divide by 100. I'm sorry.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean,
It's
Let's
like,
divide by 10.
actually less. It's like 35
That's
thousand.
like- people have student loans that are more than that. I mean, like,
Yeah,
Yeah, he's not
it
doomed.
seems like, which maybe that's just like a result of it being a Japanese story. Because listen, if you told a horror story about someone who owed someone $35,000 in America, it'd be like, yeah, what else is new?
Yeah.
Just be like, yeah, we
This
know.
is my life.
Oh,
me too,
Oh,
right?
Only
This is-
35? Wow.
This is
You
the
got off easy.
Congratulations.
this is the horror we live with.
Uh-huh.
That's so true.
Yeah, kind of think of it as an American. I have to say that the loan sharks metaphor about the basketball hoop was A, hilarious, and B, like weirdly touching to me. The hoop
Yeah,
unreachable.
that was pretty good, actually.
You
Especially since they
I-
animated
wait.
it.
wait a minute. I'm constructing a joke. Kaiji 1.1. You cannot dunk.
You,
Um,
you cannot
That's
get you
actually-
dunk.
Speaking of fake titles for this anime, one thing I wrote in my notes was
That's the
Kaiji
episode
versus
title.
Compound Interest. That's the new
Of
title.
course.
It's Kaiji versus Compound Interest.
Damn.
That's the episode title. Is You Can't Dunk. I haven't seen the rebuilds.
They're pretty good, actually.
Okay, I heard everybody hated the extra girl they added.
Yeah, she's horny and scary.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
There's an extra girl in all of the rebuilds of Evangelion.
Oh.
There's like a new character whose name I can't remember, but
I don't remember either.
I think at least one version of her is voiced by somebody I really don't like. But anyway,
Did anyone see the clip from the newest movie that's going to be released soon? It's like 10 minutes, and it's like Japanese but subtitled in French.
you mean the one with Daniel Radcliffe?
No.
That was a joke.
We have to get back on
We
topic.
have to get back on track.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I've got
I
more
don't know.
notes.
I just
I'm
wanted
gonna
to
get
bring
into
up more Evangelion because it's stuck in my brain now.
I've got more notes. I'm going to get into them. That first reveal where he walks into the ballroom on the boat is hilarious to me because my first thought was looking at all these crouching men with their really bad hair. It's just like, oh, it's ScumCon.
Oh.
Hey,
No, I
buddy,
don't get that
you-
joke.
You're gonna fit in right. You're gonna fit in great here at BastardCon.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it now.
I
I
just-
thought ScumCon was a real thing that you were referencing.
Oh,
It's
Well-
The
that's
best
every
thing
con.
about him getting on the boat was that he was the least challenging to look at among all of the
Yeah,
characters.
Right?
yeah. Like
Yeah.
Kaiji is obviously the hero. That's an impressive feat with this art style.
Uh-huh.
The guy who came up to like say stop like taking advantage of us in debtors or whatever. He kind of had some dad energy.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like
Yeah, he got-
like end of his rope. I've got like 4 kids and they all like will
Yeah.
not stop eating energy.
True, but he,
No.
he didn't have quite as much like slime as some of the other guys in the room.
True.
Yeah.
Oh man! And then the cash holster. That's amazing. I love the cash holster is amazing. It's like he's some
That's when my hopes were getting high, and I was like, holster for what? A gun? But no,
wow, you just really
That's,
want blood, huh?
I want it because you said gory, and I was expecting some kind of like battle royale
I
shit to
was
go down.
expecting
But
blood in
no,
this episode.
no.
No, what I was referring to is probably later on in this season is it gets into
Probably.
like some fucking Saw territory with the bets that they
Okay.
make. So,
I hear they wear those holsters at magic tournaments.
yeah, they do. Anyway, I've never been to
Fell
a
into
magic
my trap card.
It's like he's some sort of dosh slinger. It's amazing.
Mhm.
Grab it while you can, lads.
Yeah. One thing that also struck me about the reveal about it being rock paper scissors was, not only is it rock paper scissors, and I was like, oh god, it can't just be rock paper scissors. And then they said it's restricted rock paper scissors. And I was like, oh wow, that changes everything.
It's rock paper scissors, but less.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
unheard of.
Yes.
Wow, that just shot
I've-
everything
I've
through
seen-
the roof.
I've seen a couple of episode synopsises because I was on Wikipedia looking at shit for this while we were talking about it, and it is a slightly more different than that. Like you can buy cards off of other people, and I think one of the plot points is that Kaiji goes around trying to buy all the rock cards because he's got like a strategy.
I did that too.
Wow.
Oh man.
Playing rock, paper, scissors with cards is the most fucked up thing I think in the whole show.
It's pretty fucking
That's
weird, isn't it?
true.
Like it's like, why do you need materials for the one game you need no materials for?
That's
it's
like the
mat-
point.
No, it's cards because then they can 100% like limit it.
They can control.
Sure.
Use.
Yeah.
I mean, that
'Cause I
makes
guess-
Oh, my
sense
lord.
to me.
Because I guess the alternative is just to have several men with guns, just like, I swear to God, if you ball a fist,
Yeah,
I swear.
you're gonna fucking die.
you have run out of scissors.
You
Imagine that's your job. Holy shit! It's just being like, I have been
I
doing this for
that
an
was a
hour
delayed spit
already,
take on
and
my
I am ready to kill. Do not
man.
test me, motherfucker.
You gotta imagine that some of the people on that ship have got like the first couple of times that you see like a killer rock paper scissors tournament, you're like, hell yeah, sure, cool. But then like after a while, you gotta be like, okay, I get it.
You gotta know that like most of the staff there have got to be like hard-ass Yakuza, so they're probably bored as hell.
They're probably
Yeah.
all like, I can't fucking believe that this is what we're doing.
This is my
They're
job.
just
We
waiting
can't
for someone to fuck up.
Yeah.
like this is my job in the fucking organization. We can't run the pachinko parlor. We got to do this.
At this point, they're just like praying for somebody to throw out a Spock.
It's just like, please give me a reason, motherfucker.
One thing I want to say to you, Emma,
Yeah?
was your statement about you've run out of scissors. That was a delayed spit take on my part in that I took a sip of drink like 3 seconds after you said that, and then 5 seconds later I had to spit it out because the absurdity finally hit me. And I didn't
glad.
spit it out into the cup. I spit it out onto my table.
Oh, good.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I want you to know that you have that power over me.
Hell yes.
But
Oh man.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna get.
That's my stand.
I'm gonna move us on. You don't get to have a stand yet. You haven't
my-
grown
that's
enough.
my
to have a
ham
stand.
run or
The
whatever.
absence of scissors.
Yeah, you got to use him on until you watch. You gotta use the fucking ripple.
Is this the episode where we spoil that I don't like JoJo, or is that
You
has
don't
that
know
been
enough.
spoiled already?
You don't know enough about JoJo to not
You
like
watched
JoJo.
part one.
I know
That's-
plenty.
it's not-
Everybody who's seen part one and only part one doesn't like JoJo. You gotta figure out why the rest of us like it.
Are you
I
saying
wonder
that the people
why.
who don't like JoJo aren't inoculated to it yet? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm saying
look,
that part one is really fucking rough, is what I'm saying.
and I'm saying that you have Stockholm syndrome. Can we get back to Kaiji?
One thing I want to say to tie Kaiji back to Evangelion, which is something I do want to talk about.
Oh my god.
The font that in this Kaiji Endgame or final game
Yes.
thing you got, Kaiji Endgame by
Man, I was just gonna flip a
Cinematic
coin.
universe, as it were.
the
It's
Kaiji
fun. It's
final
fun because he
game
kind of
font.
does look like Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh
It
man.
kind of does. The Kaiji final game font, and we'll have to post this somehow when we post the thing whenever we
I
actually
will
post it.
forget.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, you'll just search up Kaiji Final Game. You'll probably find what I'm looking for, what I'm talking about. Anyway, the font reminds me so much of the Nerve logo, just because it's red and it's in a sans serif.
I
It's
just
in a serif
realized-
font.
I just realized I'm looking at this picture of Michael Douglas, who is in one of these Kaiji live-action movies. He is holding a gun. This must mean that he is the villain, and he is like a weird, like gambling violence pervert, and that's hilarious.
According to my sources, this film is called Animal World, and
Animal World.
and he is the
It's like
only
Jurassic Park,
person
but it's-
in the film who's not Chinese, and I so badly need to watch it.
Wow.
Wait, this is a Chinese production of a Japanese anime.
It is.
Wow.
A Chinese adaptation of Kaiji, and Michael Douglas is there, folks.
This is very strange.
They got
Animal
Michael
World,
Douglas
the sequel
for
to
this
Jurassic
one.
Park.
That's a get.
They did. It is a get.
I have to say, on the matter of Kaiji, my last real note was I really like the OP and the outro for this. They're just really nice.
Yeah, the one thing about the OP is that I actually know the song. It's by the Blue Hearts, but I don't know the name of the song because all the Blue Heart songs names are either, well, yeah, they're all in Japanese, and there's only a handful of English ones. So yeah,
and it was very nicely animated and atmospheric. I was just I like this. This is good.
Yeah. It really is scary how you start to forget that they look like that.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
it's like if you made friends with an Eldritch Beast, and then it's only it's hey, you want to hang out, and it's you hang out, and then 3 hours into your hangouts, it hits you for a split second until the mimetic agent takes over.
Sure.
No, it's more like you're just hanging out with somebody who looks like Kaiji and you've known them for years, and that's fine. And you're just hey, you want to get pizza with my work friends? And you go and get pizza with your work friends, and they're just oh, hey, what's going on, Jim? And oh God,
what's up with your face?
Oh, knife face.
Knife face. Facet boys here again.
Come on, you guys. He's been through a lot.
He's been through a lot.
He was on a boat once.
He's on a boat. He had to play rock, paper, scissors.
But
it was to cut up cars with his nose.
It was restricted rock, paper, scissors.
No.
He used to fuck cars.
There was some... it's hip to fuck cars.
No. God.
There was something very satisfying about the animation of the knife going into the car wheel. I just wanted to go ahead and throw that one out there.
Oh God!
That sounds deranged, but okay.
Oh God! My dog
cannot
is.
talk about the car being fucked anymore. Or
My dog.
Or
I wasn't. No, that wasn't even a horny thing. It was just it was a violence thing mostly. I think.
My dog was chewing on a bottle of melatonin that had fallen onto the floor.
Oh my God!
It's just no, it's not nap time, buddy.
That's how Kaiji got created.
Oh fuck!
So I'm gonna move us. I'm gonna move us on to the traditional question. Would anybody else like to watch any more episodes of this? Because I'm gonna spoil it for you. I'm in to a degree. I want to see where the fuck this goes. I want to see how weird and intense it gets.
I wanna preface this with the fact that the first episode, the one episode rule episode that we watched, was 95% exposition. And very little payoff. In fact, the amount of payoff I got actually made me disgusted with the show. And I'll tell you one thing: I will watch the second episode, but that's when I will draw the line. I'm starting my own show. It's going to be called the 2-episode rule.
Where you're just I'm kind of intrigued, but not enough.
I just want to know, because it seems like this is kind of a popular concept, in that they've already made at least 2 movies, one of which has this guy in it who I've already forgotten the name of. That
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Kaiji is actually incredibly popular, and so is the previous work of the artist. So I'm sort of trusting that it does pick up at least in the second episode. So I will expose myself to that much. I'll give you something. I know for a fact that some later episodes take a similar have a similar premise where there's multiple dudes gambling for a prize, except this time their game is they have to do a foot race.
Oh.
They have to do a foot race in the scaffolding in a building that's being built 8 stories up.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
It's like Rat Race. I think is inspired by that.
Basically, I think the whole I guess you could say the genre of this, or the moral of this whole series, is that that rich people are irrevocably evil and insane, and they just live to make poor people do stuff like this.
Definitely getting that from this. Definitely.
Rich people be exploiting the poor.
Yeah, but in a much more direct than usual manner.
That's true.
Usually, in the real world, blood sport doesn't happen that often.
As far as you know.
You would think.
In the real world, blood sport doesn't happen as often as I would like.
God. No.
Someday, buddy.
Someday I will rule the ring like the barbarian kings of old.
Someday you'll get your shot to flip somebody's skull inside out.
I am gonna say that with the promise of potential body horror, I definitely want to see more. I feel like that was maybe a little bit of a quote like a spoiler for me, or not a spoiler, but kind of a.
It's an aperitif.
Yeah.
What is that word?
That's not something you'd get from watching the first episode, but I am interested. And I mean,
an aperitif.
even like having just seen the first episode, I probably would watch a couple more just to see where it's going. Because, like, watching that, you think, okay, something fucked up is gonna happen regardless. Like,
people can't be this fucked up looking without weird shit happening to them.
You can't just be rock, paper, scissors for 26 episodes with nothing interesting happening. So yeah,
it can't just be like one of those animes where they take like a basic concept. And sorry, I feel like I've talked over you like so much there.
God,
I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Anyway, I feel like it can't be like one of those animes where they just take like a day-to-day concept and then they like take it to its extreme. But maybe it is like that, but they do it well. I don't know.
I've seen some pictures that involve like saw-like contraptions. Like, it's a little underwhelming when the Jonkin cards come out. I imagine it's not quite as underwhelming when the drills come out.
True.
Well, here's the thing: is that I refuse to watch the Saw movies because the idea of them actually makes me want to vomit. So I might have to tap out anyway.
Yeah, I gotta pass on this one, folks. I can't really deal with just the repeated hypnic jerk of realizing what they look like. I really can't let myself just be lulled into a false sense of security for about 2 seconds before I realize, oh my God, these people are made of broken glass.
Man, it's coming to sound like Kaiji is Emma's torture device.
Yeah, it worked anyways.
This is your saw.
Gonna have to say no to this one. But I will probably eventually watch Animal World with Michael Douglas.
I'm down for that. Anytime.
Down for Animal World.
I'm down too.
All right then. Well, you guys want to wrap it up, or we got any?
I've got one thing to say. I've got one thing left in my notes that isn't crossed off, and it's the fact that when Emma, what's the guy's name? The loan shark.
Endo.
Description. Endo. When Endo goes to catch the phone, to get the phone, and Yoshi's calling, in my brain, when he picked up the phone, in my brain, that played in my head. Like,
No, not the Yoshi soundboard. Oh God,
that played in my head whenever he like picked up the phone, and I just want you guys to know that.
I can't do Yoshi. I can only do Toad.
That's good.
What? I love how Nintendo tries to like tone down like how much Toad screams in every new iteration because they know he's horrifying.
Don't silence Toad. Nintendo, give me those full-on yelps, please.
I want those saucy screams by
much more
oh my God.
Other media than the actual show in this episode.
Okay. No, we gotta shut this fucker down. That's enough.